I didn't tell you the whole truth about the baby.
I made a paper
I didn't
ring
tell
from a
you the whole
napkin on our
truth
first date
about the
and
baby.
jokingly asked her to marry me. She said yes. I was 26, she was 29. We dated for 6 months before I found her real wedding ring hidden in her jewelry box. She'd been married for 4 years. Her husband thought she was at work events. By month 7, we were having sex in the apartment her husband paid for. 1 year in, I proposed for real with a silver ring. She said yes again. Then her husband found the paper ring in her purse with my handwriting on it. DNA tests weren't needed. The affair was obvious. I destroyed their 4-year marriage with a napkin joke that became real betrayal. Well, come to Ryan's Revelations, where we bring you true stories of affairs, forbidden love, and the destruction that follows when jokes become adultery. What you're about to hear is the confession of a 26-year-old software engineer who matched with a woman on a dating app and destroyed her marriage. A woman who said yes to a paper ring proposal. A woman who forgot to mention she already had a real wedding ring at home. A woman whose husband paid for everything while she dated someone else. Okay, this is a story about how dating apps hide the truth, how playful proposals mask serious lies, and how falling in love with someone's wife destroys more than just a marriage. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications. We post 3 times a week with true betrayal stories. This story gets deceptive, complicated, real. Let's begin. My name is David Miller. I'm 26, working as a software engineer in Columbus, Ohio. Decent pay, flexible hours, solving problems from behind a screen. I live alone in a small apartment downtown with exposed brick walls and a view of the Scioto River if you squint hard enough.
My life isn't bad, but it's quiet. Too quiet sometimes.
After my last relationship, indeed a nearly 10-year thing that crashed 2 years ago, I've kept things safe. She left for someone more exciting, she said. It hit me hard, so I built walls. High ones. Now my days are a loop. Code, coffee, gym. If I'm motivated, then home to read or Netflix until I pass out.
My friends notice.
Matt, my college buddy, married with a kid.
Sarah, who works in marketing and is always setting people up. David, you gotta get back out there, Matt would say. Sarah's more direct. Download an app. What's the worst that could happen? I'd laugh it off. I'm fine. But deep down, there were nights when the silence in my apartment felt heavy. I'd scroll through social media, see couples posting about anniversaries, and wonder if I'd ever feel that again. Then, one Thursday afternoon in early spring, something shifted. Work was slow. On a whim, I downloaded ConnectSphere, a dating app Sarah kept raving about. Just browse, I told myself. No pressure. I set up a quick profile. Photo from a hike last summer. Bio about loving coffee shops and sci-fi novels. A few swipes later, I matched with Lily Chen. She was 29, a real estate agent. Her profile was simple. Pictures with her cat, a shot at a farmer's market. Coffee enthusiast, drama avoider, looking for someone who laughs at bad puns. I sent the first message. Your cat looks like he's plotting world domination. What's his name? She replied almost immediately. Whiskers. And yes, he's definitely the boss here. What's your go-to coffee order? It was easy, natural. We chatted about favorite spots in Columbus. She loved German village cafes. I preferred quiet ones near the river. Then came her joke. If we make it past 10 messages without boring each other, I'll buy you coffee. By message 11, I wrote, deals on. Your turn to pick the spot. We met that Saturday at Broad Awakening, a cozy coffee shop in the Short North District. I got there early, nerves kicking in. What if it was awkward? What if she didn't show? Then I spotted her through the window. Dark hair falling over one shoulder as she scrolled her phone. She looked up when I walked in. Her smile was warm, genuine. David, she said, standing to hug me lightly. Nice to finally meet you. We started safe. Work, the city, favorite spots. But then the barista brought over muffins, and something clicked. Before I knew it, 3 hours had passed. The shop was starting to close. As we gathered our things, I felt this pull. I didn't want it to end. Grabbing a napkin, I twisted it into a makeshift ring, half joking to lighten the moment. Lily, I said, holding it out with a grin, will you marry me? I expected her to roll her eyes or laugh, but she paused, her eyes locking on mine. soft and serious. If you're for real, she whispered, I'd say yes. The air shifted. My heart pounded. Was she kidding? But her expression said otherwise. Surprised but warm. Vulnerable. We stepped outside into a light drizzle. I pulled my jacket over us as an impromptu umbrella, walking her to her car. At her door, she held up the paper ring. I'll keep this, she said, slipping it into her pocket. It's evidence. I watched her drive off, and for the first time in years I felt alive, hopeful. The days after felt different. Lighter. Her messages came in waves. Photos of her morning latte, stories from her day showing houses. 3 days later, she suggested meeting up. Pastries this time. Sweet Haven in Midtown. Saturday at 11. That morning, I put extra effort into getting ready. Clean shirt, quick shave. When I arrived, she was already there in a soft blue sweater that matched the spring sky. Hey you, she said, pushing a menu toward me. We ordered chocolate croissant for her. Almond for me and settled in. The conversation picked up right where we'd left off. She told stories about clients. I shared tales of late-night code debugging. After we finished eating, neither of us seemed ready to call it quits. Walk with me, she suggested. We strolled along the tree-lined streets, past galleries and boutiques. At one point, she slipped her hand into mine. Is this okay? She asked. More than okay. Over the next few weeks, we fell into a rhythm. Coffee dates turned into dinners. Dinners turned into movie nights at my place. She'd curl up on my couch with Whiskers, who somehow started showing up at my apartment. We'd watch bad sci-fi and laugh about plot holes. One evening, she got quiet. Can I tell you something? Anything. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Safe. Seen. Like I matter. You do matter. She kissed me that night. Soft at first, then deeper. We ended up in my bedroom and crossed every line. Afterward, lying in the dark, she was quiet. You okay? I asked. Yeah, this is new for me, moving this fast. We can slow down now. I don't want to slow down. This feels right. 3 months in, I realized I was falling in love with her. She'd leave things at my apartment. A toothbrush, extra clothes. Whiskers basically lived there now. We basically moved in, I joked one morning. She smiled. Is that a problem? Not at all. But I started noticing things that didn't add up. She was always busy on Wednesday nights. Work thing, she'd say. Never invited me to her place. It's a mess. I'm embarrassed, she'd explain. She was vague about her family, about her past. 6 months in, I decided to surprise her. She'd mentioned having to work late at a property showing in German Village. I figured I'd bring her dinner. I drove to the address she'd texted earlier. Cute Victorian house with a for sale sign. But when I got there, the house was dark, empty. No showing happening. Confused, I texted her, Hey, brought you dinner. Where are you? She replied immediately. Oh no, showing got canceled last minute. I'm so sorry, I'm already home. Rain check. Where's home? Bring it to you. Long pause. Actually, I'm exhausted. Let's do tomorrow. I sat in my car, staring at my phone. She'd lied about where she was. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind raced. Why would she lie? The next morning, she showed up at my apartment like nothing was wrong. Bright smile, coffee in hand. Hey, you, she said, kissing me. Sorry about last night. Crazy day. Lily, where were you really? Her smile faltered. What do you mean, the property showing? I went there. The house was empty. She set down her coffee. You checked on me? I wanted to surprise you with dinner, but you weren't there. She looked away. Okay. I wasn't at a showing. I was. I had a personal thing to deal with. What personal thing? David, please don't. Are you seeing someone else? No. God, no. It's complicated. Then explain it to me. She took a deep breath. I need to show you something. At my place. Can you come with me? We drove in separate cars to an apartment complex on the east side. Nice building, much nicer than mine. She led me to a second-floor unit, unlocked the door. The apartment was beautiful. Expensive furniture, professional photos on the walls. And wedding photos. Lily in a white dress, standing next to a man in a tuxedo, both smiling. I stared at those photos, my stomach dropping. you're married? She closed the door behind us. Yes, I'm married. Who's the guy? His name's Ryan. We've been married for years. Where is he? Business trip. Seattle. He travels 3 weeks every month. I backed away from her. You've been lying to me for 6 months. David, please listen. You're on a dating app. You're married. What the hell, Lily? My marriage is over, she said desperately. It's been over for 2 years. Ryan and I are roommates. We barely speak. Works constantly. Comes home exhausted. Leaves again. Then divorce him. I can't. Not yet. He pays for everything this apartment. My car, my business expenses. I'm building my real estate career, but I'm not financially independent yet. So you're using him and using me. I'm not using you. What we have is real. You make me feel alive. Ryan hasn't touched me in over a year. That doesn't make this okay. You lied to me for 6 months. I was going to tell you. I didn't want to lose you. When were you going to tell me? After a year? After we got engaged for real? She grabbed my hand. I love you, David. I'm going to leave him. I just need time to build my career. 6 more months? And then I can support myself and file for divorce. I can't believe this. Please don't leave me. You're the only good thing in my life. Should have walked out. Should have ended it right there. But I looked at her crying, desperate, genuinely in love with me, and I stayed. Okay, I said. 6 months. Then you leave him. She hugged me, sobbing. Thank you. I promise. 6 months. The affair continued. But now I knew the truth. Every time we were together, I thought about Ryan. Working to pay for the apartment where his wife was cheating on him. Flying across the country for business while she was in my bed, she kept promising she'd leave. Just a few more months. Just until I closed this big deal. Just until I have enough saved. The excuses piled up. 1 year after our first date, I decided to propose for real. I'd been carrying a silver ring for weeks. Simple, elegant. The paper ring still sat in my wallet, faded but intact. I texted her, broad awakening this Saturday, for old time's sake. When the day came, I arrived early, heart pounding. The barista helped set up our corner table. Lily walked in wearing a sundress, hair loose. Nostalgia trip, she teased. We ordered the same muffins. Fell into easy conversation. Then I felt the moment build. Lily, remember our first date here? She nodded, curious. I pulled out the small box. Her eyes widened. That paper ring was a joke, I said, but it wasn't. Not really. You've shown me how to open up again. So Lily Chen, will you marry me? For real this time? Tears welled in her eyes. David ... Yes. Yes, 1,000 times. I slipped the ring on her finger. But you need to leave, Ryan, I said. Now. Not 6 months from now. We're engaged. You can't be engaged to me while married to him. I will, she promised. I'll tell him this week. I swear. But she didn't. 1 week became 2. 2 became 4. He just got back from a month-long trip. I need to wait for the right time. His mom is sick. I can't tell him now. He's stressed about a big project. I'll tell him after. 3 months after the engagement, Ryan found out. I don't know exactly how. Lily said he saw a charge on their joint credit card. The silver ring I'd bought her. Why did you buy a ring? He'd asked her. She tried to lie. Said it was for a friend. But he didn't believe her. Went through her phone while she was sleeping. Found everything. Our texts. Photos. The paper ring I'd written our date on. Saved in her purse. We confronted her the next morning. She called me. Crying, he knows. David, he knows everything. What did you tell him the truth? I've been with you for over a year, that I want a divorce, but I love you? What did he say? He's devastated. He's been working so hard to provide for us, to build our future, and I've been. God, David. The look on his face. Ryan filed for divorce immediately. Cited adultery. Named me specifically in the paperwork. The divorce was brutal, because of the affair, because of the proof texts, photos, credit card records. Lily lost everything. The apartment Ryan had been paying for. She had to move out. It was in his name. The car. His name. He took it back. Her business expenses he'd been covering. Cut off immediately. She had to move in with her parents at 30 years old. Start completely over. And her parents? They were devastated. Not just about the divorce, but about how it happened. You cheated on him while he was working to support you? Her mom said. How could you? Our engagement fell apart too. Not immediately, but slowly. The guilt consumed her. Every time she looked at the silver ring, she saw Ryan's face, devastated, betrayed. "I destroyed a man who loved me," she'd say, "who worked 80-hour weeks so I could build my dream career. And I repaid him by sleeping with someone else. He neglected you. That doesn't justify what we did. What I did." She gave back the ring 6 months after Ryan found out. "I can't marry you," she said. "Not like this." "Every time I'd look at you, I'd remember how we started. Built on lies and adultery. We fell in love. We had an affair. There's a difference. I haven't seen her in 8 months. She moved to Cleveland. Fresh start. Different city. Away from the memories. Ryan remarried last year. Someone from his work. Someone who didn't cheat. Matt and Sarah don't talk to me the same way anymore. They found out about the affair. It's about how I knowingly dated a married woman for over a year." "You were the other guy, David," Matt said. "I can't respect that." "And that paper ring? The one from our first date that started it all?" "Ryan found it in Lily's purse when he discovered the affair. My handwriting was on it." "The date?" "First coffee with David." Evidence. Proof. Timeline. That silly napkin joke became Exhibit A in a divorce filing. Think about that first date sometimes, how innocent it seemed. A playful proposal. A woman saying yes, but she was already married, already wearing someone's ring. And I became the affair partner who destroyed a 4-year marriage.
8.
Being on a dating app doesn't mean someone's available, and falling in love doesn't justify adultery. I learned that the hard way. So what do you think? Is David wrong for continuing after finding out Lily was married? Or was Lily's dead marriage justification enough? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment and tell me. Number 1, should David have left after seeing the wedding photos? Number 2, was Lily using both Ryan and David? Number 3, does a neglectful spouse justify an affair? Number 4, was the paper ring proposal actually a red flag? This is a safe space. Share your truth. If this story affected you, watch these next. She said yes, but she was already married. Another dating app affair. Real estate agent who lied. Similar career woman betrayal. I proposed and destroyed a marriage. The engagement scandal. Check the description or click the videos now. If you made it to the end, you understand that dating apps hide the truth. That playful proposals can mask serious lies. That falling in love with someone doesn't make them available. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We post 3 times a week with true confession stories about affairs and betrayal. And smash that like button if you want more honest stories about the mistakes we make when we swipe right on someone's wife. Thank you for watching this Ryan's Revelations exclusive. This was a true story about paper rings, hidden marriages, and coffee shop proposals that destroyed a family. Remember, being on a dating app doesn't mean someone's single, and saying yes to a joke proposal doesn't make adultery romantic. Until next time, this is Ryan's Revelations, bringing you the truth about love, lies, and the affairs that destroy marriages. Stay strong, stay honest. Always ask if they're married before twisting a napkin into a ring.